Greetings, listeners. Welcome to Consulting Between Friends. I am your host, Michael Holmes Jr. The new generation doesn't have the same problems as their parents. The new generation has an open mind to their life and is aware of what is needed from them. Racism is still a problem and will continue to be a factor in life. The difference with racism from the past, people of color have more freedom to live their lives. The opportunities for people of color are available and can be profitable in the end. Every race of people is treated equally. This is what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was fighting for all people regardless of their race or gender. The problem that has become an eye opener with African Americans is their life by law enforcement. The violence between Black people is still a concern and has caused problems in the community. With the number of police shootings, Black people are in the protection mode for their lives. The African American population has made it a focus to rethink their actions at the time with law enforcement. In this episode, I will mention movies and documentaries depicting situations that Black people have to face in life. The topic is historical Black movies and accomplishments, part 3. We will return after a message from our sponsor. Everyone is always planning things, and advertising is needed to make it happen. So, if it's personal or business, let Pinpoint Designs and Images solve that problem. With Pinpoint Designs and Images LLC, you will receive quality work and professional service at a great price. The service that is offered: flyers, business cards, programs, invitations, photo books, ad booklets, and much more. Michael Holmes Jr., owner/principal designer of Pinpoint Designs and Images LLC. Contact me by email or social media. Email address is pinpointdesignsandImages@gmail.com, and Instagram Pinpoint Designs, and Facebook Pinpoint Designs and Images. We are back. The generation of millenniums and up are more aware of shootings. This has disturbed how they live their life and has put more regulations in place for their safety. This is saddening that shootings in schools, public locations, and from police has become a normal factor for this generation. This type of shooting has caused traumatizing and depression in the minds of the affected individuals. These shootings have destroyed multiple families who have lost a family member. Along with these multiple shootings, this has hurt individuals who are not involved. This violence has created multiple protests across the country for civil rights for all people overall. After a short break, we will return. We are back. Black Histories Movies List 3. The Hate You Give. Release 2018. Description: Star witnessed the fatal shooting of her childhood best friend at the hands of the police officer. Now, facing pressures from all sides of the community, Star must find her voice and stand up for her rights. Fruitville Station. Release 2013. The story of Oscar Grant III, a 22-year-old Bay Area resident who crossed paths with friends, enemies, and family, and strangers on the last day of 2008. Say Her Name: The Life and Death of Sandra Bland. Release date 2018. The investigation into what happened at the activist Sandra Bland and who died in police custody after a routine traffic stop. 3.5 minutes and 10 bullets. Release 2015. 3.5 minutes and 10 bullets. Two lives intersected and were forever altered. Black Boys. Release 2020. Black Boys eliminated the spectrum of black male humanity in America and indicted inherent generational exploitation. Stamp from the Beginning. Release 2023. A hybrid documentary scripted feature based on Dr. Kendi's National Book Award winning Stamp from the Beginning. Detroit. Release 2017. Fact based drama set during the 1967 Detroit riots, in which a group of rogue police officers respond to a complaint. Crown Heights. Release 2017. When Colin Warner is wrongfully convicted of murder, his best friend Carol King devotes her life to proving Colin's innocence. Sound of the Police. Release 2023. An in depth look at the fraught relationship between African Americans and law enforcement from slavery to the present. When They See Us. Release 2019. Five teenagers from Harlem became trapped in the nightmare when they falsely accused a brutal attack in Central Park, based on a true story. This list of Black History Movies, List 3, will be available in the podcast notes. After a short break, we will return. We are back. In closing, I hope the information was valuable to my listeners. I wanted to highlight Black issues I believe people should know about, events that everyone faces, especially Black people, are something that needs to be discussed about violence in the culture. Book signing for Joy and Read from MSNBC. Joy and Reed is the host of the MSNBC show The Readout. On Saturday, March 2nd, 2024, I attended the book signing for Joy Reed's new book called Megger and Marley. The book signing occurred at a locally owned bookstore, Bowen and Co. in New Orleans, Louisiana. This event discussed her new book with a local newscaster by the name of Sharice Gibson. Sharice was interviewing Joy for her new book. The event had over 300 people to see Joy read, and all the seats were filled, alone with standing room only. I am glad I was able to attend the book signing and meet the beloved Joy Reid from MSNBC. One last thing, remember to support local businesses and allow yourself to map out your life than someone for you. Thank you for listening to Consulting Between Friends. This podcast is available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts, as well other platforms that are available. So like and subscribe. Need to contact us and leave us a comment? You can find us on Instagram at consulting the letter B friends. Once again, consulting B friends. An email address is consulting the letter B friends at gmail.com. Once again, consulting B friends at gmail.com. Consulting Between Friends now has a merch online store called Podcast Merch Headquarters. This is where you can buy merch to show your support for the podcast. Some items to choose from are t-shirts, tumblers, and hoodies, as well many other things I know you will appreciate. So take the time to review the items in the store. The link will be available in the podcast notes under Podcast Merch Headquarters. Thanks again for the support. If you have an extra minute, it would be greatly appreciated if you could answer a few questions regarding the quality of the podcast. The link will be in the description. Consulting Between Friends. Thanks to everyone for making this possible. The host, Michael Holmes Jr., the producer and content creator, Michael Holmes Jr., the artwork cover, Michael Holmes Jr., original music, a DJ name Slash, content distributor, my producer, Podcasting.